Lesson TV, and we're going to continue with our discussion on circle theorem. So this is circle theorem 2. Yeah, you got that right. So what does that theorem state? It states that the angles a chord subtends at the circumference in the same segment of a circle are equal. So the underlying keywords in the same segment and then a chord. Before we talked about a chord, so you already know that this is a chord. So AB. Now AB is a chord. So this chord is subtending an angle. No, angles, so two or more at the circumference. So we also talked about in the same segment. So we also talked about this being a minor segment and this being a major segment. Okay. So from this way, that's a major segment. So we are talking about the angles in one segment. So we have this called subtending angle. So let's say this is the first angle. An angle is formed when two lines meet. So I think I should use a pen. So let's say this is the first angle. This is not drawn to scale, okay? This is not drawn to scale. I'll draw it to scale, or I'll show a figure that is more. This hasn't drawn to scale. Okay, we have that. So this chord AB has subtended angles, two angles, okay, and the circumference. And we are saying that this angle, alpha and beta, or A and B, so we are saying that A is equal to B, provided they are in the same segment. And it's true, they are both in the major segment. I can choose to do another angle formed at the circumference by this chord. Okay, so this chord, the angle here is, let's say, gamma or C. So A is equal to B and is equal to C. So you're saying that alpha is equal to beta and that's also equal to gamma. So we have that. And this is true, okay? We're going to do that. So remember the diagram I drew, okay? This is drawn to scale, okay? I measured the diameter, that's 3.3 centimeters, drew the circle, and then this was my arc. So I'm saying that in case, let's say AB, okay, this is a chord. So sorry for this. In case I draw a chord from A to B, we saw that this chord gave an angle at the center, or this arc gave an angle at the center, and the angle at the center was twice that at the circumference, and we drew as many points on the circumference, and so that this was 30, that was 30. And I told you that we could also see that these angles were equal, and this is similar. In case I draw this to be a chord, okay, and the chord is subtending many angles at the circumference, this rule is saying that all the angles will be equal, okay, provided they're in the same segment. And this is true. It has been shown here that this was 30, this was 30, and that was 30. And the common thing was that all these angles were subtended by this particular chord, AB. Okay, so we've actually proved that this theorem is true. Okay, so that is that. So we are going to move on to solve questions so far as we understand. So let's remember this theorem. The angles are called subtend at the circumference in the same segment. So remember, this is very important, are equal. So say that this was 30, but this is, why are we saying the segment? If it were to be in another segment, the angle will change, okay? So this chord is also subtending an angle in this small segment. So this is the minor segment, this is the major segment. So this minor segment, let's say this is a point, okay, and this chord is subtending an angle at another segment, okay. Another segment. Okay, so you're saying that this angle is not equal to that angle. You can because it is drawn to scale, you can actually say that this angle is bigger than the other. And because I know the fourth theorem, okay, I can actually guess the answer, okay. So the answer, I actually know the answer, okay. The angle here is 150 degrees. How do I know that? Because it's drawn to scale, we can measure with a protractor to confirm. So don't worry, the fourth theorem will be done in another video, and you know why. So let's measure. So this is my baseline. So let's measure the angle. Okay, so this is 0, so to this line. So actually it's a little close to 50, but it's actually 50. Maybe I think I made a mistake in the drawing, or I don't know, but it should be 50. Okay, and I'm right, it's close to 50. Sorry, it's close to 50. This is the baseline, and then this is the other line, and it's close to 50. So this angle is actually 150 degrees, but we will see why. So this law will hold if you actually take into consideration this, the segment. They must be in the same segment. So let's solve a question. Okay, so we have a question that say that an angle, sorry, this is not, now this is not done to scale. This is a freehand sketch. This is the center. There's no need to show the center. Okay, and we have a chord, say chord AB. Okay, so let's say they didn't show it. So sometimes they don't show it, they want to confuse you. So you have this diagram, looks like two triangles, two lines, and we also have another one going from there and then joining that. Okay, so here they are not showing the circle, they're just showing an arc. Okay, but you have to, and they say, let's say this angle is 21 degrees and then this is x. You're supposed to find x just like that. So you have to know that this is circle theorem. Okay, you have to know the theorem to be able to solve the problem. So we imagine there's a chord here. The chord is just a line that joins 2 points on the circumference. So you imagine that. In the question it was not there. Okay, so you imagine that. Then this here will come. But this chord is subtending this angle inside the circumference. Okay, and it's also subtending the same angle. So you can actually say that because this chord, so by theorem 2, or you just say that these angles at the circumference are subtended by the same chord, so therefore x is just equal to 21 degrees. You are done, you've solved the question. Okay, so that's how you should be doing it. So we are going to have a tutorial in another video with more questions, okay, so that you know what to do at what point, or which theorem to use at what point. Okay, good. So can we find another question? So okay, so let's say let's take a complete, it involves theorem 1 and then theorem 2. We have a circle and then center O. We have that, and then we have that, and we also have that. So you are supposed to find x, and this is 110 degrees. So how do you find x? From theorem 1. So kindly pause the video and then try and solve it on your own. Okay, now I can continue so that you see the answer, but pause that and solve it on your own. So we said that the angle that this arc, okay, this arc subtends at the center is twice that which it subtends at the circumference. So you can say that 110 degrees is equal to 2x. Sorry. So 110 degrees is equal to 2x. So x will be equal to 110 degrees out of 110 degrees out of 2. So this is just 55 degrees. Okay, we have that answer. So you can just say that. But what if I decide to find a first? Okay, so that means this will also be what? You're supposed to find x and say y. So I can use theorem 1 to also find y and say that 110 degrees is also equal to 2, and say that 110 degrees is equal to 2y. Okay, so y will be equal to 110 degrees out of 2, and this is 55 degrees. But I can actually also, I can say that x is equal to y. So you can see here we are seeing the x equal to y. Why are we saying that? Because you can imagine a chord here and say that when you consider this chord is subtending an angle at the circumference, and this same chord is also subtending an angle at a different point on the circumference. So I can say that from theorem 2, x is equal to y. X is equal to y. Okay, that was what we found here. Sorry, that was what we found here. Okay, x is equal to y, or from here. Okay, alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma. So therefore, I can just say that therefore x is equal to 55, y is also equal to 55. Okay, so I just need to find one. Okay, another one is here. Thank you very much.